All right, so I wanted to speak on Floyd Mayweather real quick. I'm not gonna speak long here. He obviously has a fight with Marcos Maidana coming up. I seen an article about Amir Khan saying that he spoke to Floyd over the phone, and that there's still a possibility that he might fight Floyd possibly next or in the future or whatever. A lot of people didn't like this fight. Okay, I liked the fight. I just don't think that Amir Khan was the most deserving of the fight. I think there was a lot of people that deserved the match. Tim Bradley, Manny Pacquiao, even Marcos Maidana. Just to name a few people off top. Amir Khan hasn't fought at 147, and he hasn't looked great in his most recent fights. There's several people that I thought deserved the fight more, but the fight's not happening. But anyway, Floyd is still kind of entertaining. The whole thing with he telling Amir Khan on social network, and listen, if you beat Adrian Broner, I'll let you, we can fight in September. If you fight Adrian Broner on my undercard for my Marcos Maidana match, if you were to win that fight, me and you will fight in September. When I saw that, I was kind of disappointed because, he's not even going to entertain a fight with Manny Pacquiao or Tim Bradley, the winner of that fight. I think the winner of that fight should definitely get a fight match with Floyd Mayweather. I know you guys, I know the Cold War, I know it's HBO, Showtime. Listen, I understand that. But I feel like us fans, we need to stop. We're fans of the sport. We should talk about the fights that we want to see and stop making excuses because of the networks or the promoters having issues with each other. All right, we the fans, if we start asking for fights and pushing fights more, we're gonna get the fights that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? The fighters do pay attention, and once they see the low pay-per-view buys and stuff like that, they'll start fighting better competition. Case in point, when Mayweather fought Guerrero, I think it was like 800,000, 900,000 views. I think it was just under 1 million. Showtime was expecting much more than that. They were a little disappointed. So they made Floyd kind of step up the level of competition where he fought Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you guys think, if that was an easy fight or not, I mean, it still was a huge step up in competition, in my opinion. So basically, I don't know, when Floyd signed with Showtime and, he was in contract of fighting 6 times, I thought a lot of these fights were going to be like legendary type fights. When I first heard, I'm like, Floyd got 6 fights left. At least 3 of those fights are going to be like legendary fights. Like he's going to definitely try to find a way to put Pacquiao in there, Tim Bradley. I mean, that's what I initially thought about it when I heard, when he was doing, the last 6 fights or whatever. And I'm seeing now that, Floyd, and Floyd has put in his work, without a doubt. There's a few people that I wish he had fought. But overall, he has a solid career. He's one of my personal favorite fighters. He definitely has put in his work, but now I'm starting to realize that Floyd is really just trying to cash out more than beat. The guys that like the boxing enthusiasts want to see him beat. Like he's not really trying to pick the hardest fights for him. I think he's just trying to pick fights and cash out. And he's a straight businessman when it comes to this sport. He's not. As far as in comparison to the other greats in the history of the sport, he doesn't always fight the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? He does fight very good fighters, but there's several people that I think he should fight that are more of a threat to him, and he's just not doing that. So I'm kind of a little disappointed, but at the same time, he's put in his work. He's done a lot for the sport. He's brought a lot of fans, generated a lot of money for the sport, and I appreciate that. But, when it comes to guys, active boxers like Bernard Hopkins, for example, I think their careers are, as far as respect, I think they're on two different levels. I know Floyd made a whole lot more money than him. I know he's undefeated, but Bernard Hopkins is a defensive fighter as well. He's had some losses, some questionable losses too, but he's fought the best. You cannot even compare resumes, in my opinion. You can't. Bernard Hopkins has one of the most impressive resumes in the history of the sport, especially in this era. And he's been around for a long time. He was there in the 90s. He fought Roy Jones in the 90s and, a lot of other fighters. So, just my thoughts, real quick. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. It seems like Floyd is just trying to cash out. He's not going to fight. I don't think he's going to fight a Lara or Tim Bradley or Manny Pacquiao. Maybe not even Sergio Martinez, which is a fight that I think is very possible. It should happen, but that's just my thoughts. All right. So anyway, just give your thoughts or whatever. Just a quick video talking about Floyd. Real quick update about Floyd Mayweather. I think he's gonna easily beat Marcus Maidana. All right. So that's my thoughts, and subscribe to the channel.